What's up, world? It's T Davis. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of On the Top Coat. That button right there. Come for the nails while we talk a little bit.
Have to do our due diligence to see if, like you said, that person is receptive to them. Like, is this relationship genuine or is it a transaction? And don't we have to do the due diligence for that?
Yeah, of course.
It's
So you-
conditional.
It's not to be with someone for 5 years. You think that it's conditional?
It couldn't be no. What I'm saying is you have to know if there's something genuine there or if it's all transactional.
Of course.
And you can't say just because you can't say it's genuine simply because it was 5 years.
Yeah, no, you can't. But I think it's actions. You know, a lot of people talk a lot, but it's really like your actions in that relationship and, you know, how you handle each other. I feel like that's how you know if it's genuine or not. And it takes those two people in that situation, because I'm not going to sit here and look at someone else's relationship and ever fix my mouth to be like, that's genuine, that's not. Like, who am I? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh.
And then as far as, I think what you're trying to say, like, you know, like her being the victim, yes, the victim of heart, but also she's a victim because she gets her time back. She could go now and find her person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of being stuck in a marriage where he's always thinking about her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If she would have got married to him, isn't that and why would she get married to him knowing?
Why would you want that? Like, why would you want to be
in that relationship?
Don't do that.
You know, but I think most people are in those situations. I think that's how most relationships is happening right now, where it's heavily transactional, but the transactions aren't being spoken about.
But if it's transactional, that means my argument to that is both sides are winning at some point. So what's the issue? You're both choosing it. So at some point, it's like you gotta have a wake up call and realize, like, do I want this for myself?
That is true, because nobody's gonna stay somewhere where they're not gaining.
Exactly.
I fully agree with that.
So that is true.
Yeah.
You have to be responsible for your choices.
You absolutely do. You have to be, and it's like
If
if it's dinner for you to go home with somebody, then yeah, it's transactional. At least like you did something for it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question. I think we're having a full circle. So
Yeah.
the topic we were speaking of in the beginning, right? When it comes to taking out someone on a date.
Mm-hmm.
If it's transactional, am I entitled to ask for something? Since the relationship is, that interaction is currently transactional. I'm entitled to something as well, right?
No, you're not entitled to anything.
Oh. So I'm
There are
not
things you
entitled
can
to
earn.
anything, but the other party's entitled to everything.
No,
I
never
like
said
that.
that. You can earn, you know.
But you didn't earn the moment. It's a
So-
requirement that you set, which is you're entitled to that requirement.
But how else, as a lady, am I supposed to see if you can, you know,
afford your lifestyle.
not even afford your lifestyle. It's not about affording. It's how you come to the table. Like, what do you think of me? Like, do you think of me as a lady who should be at dinner, wearing a nice dress, you know, enjoying a nice meal, or where else are you gonna take me? Bowling? If we're on that type of time, because bowling, I love bowling. I'm just saying, like, what is the issue? You know, what's the issue? Do you not see me as a lady at a fancy table? You know what I mean?
Of course. And after the table, the transaction can be spoken of.
We don't talk transactions in the first night. You're getting to know me, you know.
So
We're
it's
getting to know each
transactional
other.
and also conditional. So it's a one-sided thing.
It's not.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking for a
It's a two-way street. You could go with you can go on someone and it's like their personality surprises you and it's not what you thought, or it's we're just gonna be friends. Like, you have to date. You're supposed to date. You're supposed to meet people to find out what you like and what you don't like.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that.
I like what you said. To see if we can be friends.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
I mean, I don't see an issue, but like most guys don't want to be friends with beautiful women. Let's be honest.
Ooh.
With beautiful women?
I have something to say about that.
Chris, take the floor.
Okay. The reason why it's difficult.
Okay.
The reason why. The reason why it's difficult for a man to be friends.
Okay.
The reason why it's difficult for a man to be friends with a woman, right, is because you benefit, as a woman, you benefit from certain things from the man, but he doesn't benefit anything from that friendship.
So it's conditional and transactional for the man.
It's typically, well, yeah, on your end, because everything is beneficial on your end. But you said most men don't want to be friends, right? They don't want to be friends because they want something else. But even if we're friends, it doesn't benefit us no way, no how, at all.
So it's conditional on the man's part.
No, well, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
I know. It's more of I'm choosing that particular situation. It doesn't benefit me. So even if it's conditional or transactional, there's no monetary gain from it or anything at all. It's mostly draining for that person. Because once you have a man next to you, there's certain expectation you require from that man. Even though he's not your man, he's supposed to just be your friend.
Yeah.
But you expect him to fight for you if something happens. You expect him to
For sure.
pay for you if you're on the table. I'm not your man. So why would I allow you to indulge in everything that has to do with a dating aspect or a relationship situation when I'm not getting it?